stake in these games, and this game in particular, why do you think you got off to such a slow start? And also, what made Jamal Murray so tough for you guys tonight?
I thought, like I said, a tough start was Jamal Murray. I thought he came out being aggressive, which we knew he would. You know, that's why we started off with a blitz against him, just to try to slow him down. We knew in Game 5 he would come out aggressive, and he made every shot. You know, pull-up threes, mid-range. You know, we blitzed him, we dropped, we switched, we did a lot of different coverages, but he had a hell of a game. You know, and so as far as us, just like I said, defensively, just having that presence to start the game. You know, I think the last 3 games or so, they've been really attacking to start the game early, and so we got to be better with that, especially on the road. But they play well, they play great. You know, holding Joker to 13 points and losing the game is tough. You know, but that's how he beats you. You know, if you worry about him too much, other guys can beat you. But I just thought Jamal Murray was excellent tonight.
Tied 2 relatively quiet games in a row for James. Do you attribute that to anything Denver's doing, or is it a lack of aggression, or kind of what is that in your mind?
I think Denver. I think they've made their mind up. They're going to try to take him out of the series after the first 2 or 3 games, and they're doing a good job. Like, I got to do a better job of just finding ways to get him open, to get him space, and probably more ISOs just because they're blitzing him so much to try to get him to his spots.
So you went away from Chris Ridley, and then obviously went back to him, and he ended up making shots. Was there a conversation in between that sub where he was able to come back and tell him keep shooting? Because obviously he didn't hesitate on those shots, and I just thought that was interesting that he got a quick hook and then came back in, but still didn't hesitate on those threes.
Yeah, I mean, he's been great for us all year, and just wanted to see with the shooting lineup out there, just kind of see how it looked. But then defensively, we wasn't very good, you know, and so we was able to space him out a little bit, but defensively wasn't really good. Once Katie left the floor, you know, so just looking at different combinations. But like I said, Katie came in and made some big shots to try to get us back in the game.
With Bogdanovich, obviously, you know the wins are what's important right now. But is there a level of optimism that with him having a game like this, and even some of the moments he had last game, that he can be a much bigger factor for you guys going forward?
Yeah, I hope so. Like I said, the last couple of games, just I think what got him started last game, just his defense of being able to pick up the floor, being aggressive defensively, that kind of got his offense going. And then tonight came in just with confidence, shooting the basketball, and making plays in the pick and roll once James went to the bench.
Ty, how concerning is it that 2 games in a row it took you guys getting down 20 in the fourth for like a real sense of urgency to kick in?
I don't think sense of urgency. I think they kicked our butt. You know, they played well. And so, you know, Game 4, we didn't, like I said, I didn't think we came out with a sense of urgency, but tonight I thought we had the right intent, and they just took it to us.
A result like this, and then, you know, before they come back in Game 4, like these 2 games, is this the kind of thing that necessitates changes? Like, you know, your season is on the line on Thursday.
I mean, we got to respond. I mean, we blew them out in Game 3, and they came back and responded in Game 4, so we got to do the same thing. I mean, I don't know what changes you can make. You know, they made shots, like I said, making 17 threes, you know, and they blew us out. We made 18 threes, and we blew them out. And so the three-point line is going to be the most important thing. We got to make sure we're taking care of that, which we didn't do a good job with tonight. But like I said, going back home, you know, until it'll be rocking, we'll be fine.
Ty, you got caught that. What do you have to do well in Game 6 to get it back in Game 7?
Like I said, protect the three-point line, do a better job with that. I think whoever wins the three-point battles won the games. And then I think, like I said, just starting with that defensive mindset to start the game. We can't let them get out early and keep playing catch-up and playing from behind. That's what we've been doing the last 3 games.
Tyler touched on it, but you said pregame, was going to come out with a sense of urgency. And I mean, do you feel like you guys were well equipped enough for that defensively? What did you think?
Yeah, I think we were. You know, we came out starting the game, we blitzed him to try to get out of his hands and try to take him out of the game, but he was able to find different ways to score the basketball. Then that blitz kind of spread us out a little bit, and so we went to the drop, and he thrived in that as well. You know, and so he just had a great night. You know, so we just got to bounce back, be ready to go on Thursday.
So what do you feel like was successful against Nikola in particular? I mean, it wasn't just that he wasn't trying to score; he missed 9 out of 13 shots. So, do you feel like it's kind of helped stymie him somewhat, even though that
Yeah, I think so. I think the blitz, you know, took Zoo out of the veer. So he was guarding Jamal, took Katie from veering on the Joker, and was able to rotate, you know. So, and then playing him one-on-one, and then I think switching James did a good job of just guarding him one-on-one and trying to push him out, push his catches out. but he could be a little tired as well. You know, he's playing a lot of minutes in these games, and but like I said, his partner Jamal Murray still going to help him out tonight.
Obviously, you touched on the threes. They made 17 threes tonight, but they also took more threes than you guys did. Now, I understand like defense was a part of the issue for you guys as well, but they don't shoot a lot of threes. They shot the least amount of threes in the NBA this season. How do you kind of turn it around to where you guys, like with the math game, you are able to get up enough threes to where you can kind of negate their prowess from beyond the arc, even though they don't take as many?
Yeah, I think just our spacing. I think the way they're playing James in the pick and roll, the way they're playing Kawhi and Norm as well, just staying in space and being shot ready and take those shots. You know, he shot 4 more threes than we did tonight. Like I said, they're not a big three-point shooting team, so we got to be able to have our spacing right and be able to take our shots.
Thank you.
Yeah.